So now I want to talk a little bit about videos, where to find them, how to edit them, not anything big, but how to make loops or how to move them around a little bit, things like that, and then how to import them into Wix, and where you can use them on your header, like I did in the previous video that I made, the tutorial that I made, or you can use them on your home page, where you can also add other animations onto them and things like that. But before we start, we need to actually have a video. Now you could also obviously be shooting your own videos, which would be very nice, but if not, there's a lot of stock video sites online. And so let's go to one of these. Let's go to Pixabay and let's search for cat. So I was already here and I've already downloaded 2 videos, and one of them is this one right here, and then there's another one. So basically what you do is you just click here and it shows you all of these different sizes. The one that I downloaded is 1920 by 1080 because that's basically what I thought that I would need. However, you can also download bigger sizes, which you might want to have if you are going to use videos where you want to zoom in or things like that. But 1920 by 1080 should actually be fine. And then I also downloaded another one from Pixabay, so both of them are right here. So now let's see what we can do with them. Now I'm going to open this video editor software called OpenShot, which is free to use, and this is what the interface looks like. Now I have this left-hand panel here, which you are going to need, and the way that you access that, when you first open it, you won't see that. You go to Views, and then you click on Advanced View. I already have it open, so if I go to Simple View, it'll make that disappear, but then if I go to Advanced View, it'll open it back up. So let's see. Let me drag this in here, and then drag it onto this track. And the minute that I drag it onto the track, it'll snap. You can just snap it to the start. All of these values open here. And now the cat is centered, which is not going to be very good for what I want to do in Wix, which is I want to place it on the header where I want. There's also going to be a logo type here and a menu here, so I want the cat to move a little bit to the right. So the way that I do that is I go to location X and I can just move him to the right, this much, maybe this much. But then also what I want to do is I want to make sure that he is centered. So another thing that I can do is I can also play with these values where he can go up or down. So I have done this before. This is my second go. So I found that it works best when I move it up just a little bit, okay? But now I need to think about something else. This is not a loop. This is a video that has a start and an end, which is not looping. So when you play it back on a website, and it's quite short, it's like maybe 9-10 seconds long, there'll be a jump. So you need to create a loop. So I'm just clicking on the clip, and I'm going Control-C, Control-V on the keyboard, or Command-C, Command-V if you're on a Mac. And it's placed the copy-pasted thing right on top of it, so I can just move it over. And again, it'll snap. And so now I need to reverse this one so that I get the loop. So I go to Time, Normal, Backward, ×1, and now it's a loop. Then I click on this red button here, which actually looks like a record button, but it isn't. It's the export video button on this software. And I just call this Black Cat Side so that I can remember that I put it on the side. Now you have to remember to always do these things, because otherwise it will give you a bigger file size. You just go to Web and export YouTube. HD, and it will, unless you want to put it somewhere else, it'll just put it in your in here, which is fine. I can just pull it out of there. So I just go export video. It happens very quickly, which is one of the really great things about this, because usually a render takes quite a long time. And we're done. And it's right, whoops, it's right here. So let's check the size of this. How big is it? It's 20 megabytes, which is very reasonable. However, let me do another one. Let me also take this one and put it here again. Again, it'll do all of these things, but in this case I don't want to play around with anything. I want to leave it exactly as it is, because I'm going to use it in a different way, not on the header, in the next tutorial. Again, I'm going to copy paste the clip, move it over, it'll snap, go to time, normal, backward, ×1, and again I will call this one GreyCat, again web, again YouTube HD, export video. And again, this one is 28 almost megabytes. So let me move that here. Now we can close this and go to Wix. So now let me delete all these things. So I have the strip here, and I want to put in a video. Now you can let me go back a minute. You can upload videos also, like in a video box or a video mask or a single video player. There are all kinds of different ways of uploading a video. But what you can also do, which is what I'm going to do now, and which is what I also did when I was doing the header, I'm going to embed it right into a strip. So I'm going to say video, upload media, and I'm going to take the GreyCat, and now it is being imported. If you look at the side files, I already have the other cat, the one that I shifted over to the right. I already have that imported. Then I have another one which for some reason is still processing, which I can't get rid of. But I also want to show you something else while this is uploading. Now if you look at the trash, you will see a lot of black and white cat videos. And the reason for that is there's a lot of trial and error involved. So when you are editing this thing in OpenShot, unless you have a lot of experience doing it, which I didn't have, then you don't really know exactly how to place it, whether it should be more up, more to the right, less to the right. So I kept making new little clips and uploading them and putting them in the strip and checking to make sure that they were actually correctly placed, which none of them were. And so I had to keep doing it over and over again. It doesn't happen like just right off the bat. You have to, it's a question of trial and error. You really do have to work on it. So now here we have our cat video, which is inside that other strip. But what I want to do is I want to narrow this down. Not this much, obviously. So let's see what happens now. I just want to catch the face. This seems to look alright. Now I already have a video here, and then I have another video here. This is obviously going to be way too much, so I'm going to be changing this whole header and take the video out, take all the visual material out, just leave this one here, and then continue to work with this one and add things to it. But I will do that in the next tutorial. This one was only about showing you how OpenShot works, the video editor, and showing you where to find the videos, which is right here. And you know, you can look for a lot of different things here. It's a very big library that they have, and it's all free. So basically that's what this tutorial was about, and in the next one we will continue to work with this one with a completely new header and a completely new design. So see you then.